Yeah, next tier 2 I'm going to grab one more Hobo Feather. It's to the point now where I need one more jump. Maybe a Hobo Feather and a Jetpack will do. Maybe. I'm fast enough now, like it feels like I should have another jump, but I don't. At the end of every level, you just want to check the timer up there. Just make sure you're not coming up on a 10-minute mark. Because you wouldn't want to miss His Majesty. The worst thing you could do in Risk of Rain is spawn in His Majesty in the time between the levels loading. While your experience is counting down. And this is why we did this particular build in this particular way. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we now ride the worm! Oh, it's so good. So good riding that worm. We can ride the Colossus too. You know, I'm not picky. It's all good. Whatever you want to ride. Ride a worm, ride a Colossus. But this is one of my favorite builds in the game for all of these reasons and then some. Just hold down a button. And then when you fall, just use the Massacre. And then just do it all again. And we're going to take some goat hooves. Do I want to take one more jetpack, perhaps? No, let's stick with Guardian Hearts. Let's make sure that we don't lose. Well, we got almost 800 hit points now. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Woo! Big old group of them here. And I took a huge hit right there. Just enough to get rid of my Guardian Hearts, but not enough to actually kill me. Might have been enough to kill me if I didn't have the Guardian Hearts. We're going to hit this shrine downstairs, down here in the basement. A useless use item. And then it exploded. Yeah, maybe one more rusty jetpack. Is what the doctor ordered. The way you die with this build is if you get complacent. And you think like, oh, I can just hit my Massacre whenever I want. Well, no, it still does have a 6-second cooldown. And if one of your jumps doesn't make it all the way through an enemy's hitbox and doesn't connect, it doesn't have a chance to reset any of your cooldowns. So there's still a chance if you're being lazy that you look at all the jellies. You might go for your Massacre button when it's not back up yet. And if you're standing in a big group of monsters when that happens, you can take hits that you don't intend to take. So we're going to try not to do that. We're going to try not to die in a stupid way. I would like to get in one more worm ride, though. It is a good feeling when you attain your goal for a run. I set out to ride the worm, and by God, that's what we did. Massacre can get through walls, get through floors, reaches really high above you. Let's do one more level. We can get worms on both versions of the next level anyway. So let's just see if we get any. Here's the stuff. This is a good place to be, looking for worms. I don't really care about items anymore. Let's just move through this as quickly as we can. Look for the teleporter. Ignore the boxes. Hope we get a big pack of magma worms as our boss. Soldier's Syringe. If you stack those really high on Mercenary, can make this sword slash quite a bit better. So another good build is to do that, and then get a whole bunch of on-hit damage items, like auto-target missiles and things. However, you are not invincible when you're doing your regular sword slash, only when you're doing your other various specialty moves. It's especially good if you stack with 1 or 2 Heaven's Crackers, which gives you piercing through big crowds of enemies. really bizarre that you could swing your sword and hit an entire crowd of enemies. But if you get 2 of those, you absolutely can. Show me a magma worm. Oh, an overloading worm, huh? Ride it. You can ride it and not take damage. Life is good. I don't want to get spit on, though. Lovely. You know what? We got 2 minutes of boss fight here. Let's show me a couple more of those. Why not? I will ride all the worms. Providence has worms, too. Another tier 3 item there. Wow. I'm not going to open it. We're good on items, I think. We'll take key cards and the contact light when we get there. I said we were packing light, and I meant it. We almost kept it to just, what is it, 8 items? I guess 9 items keeps it on one quadrant of the screen down there. Although that's relative. If you increase the amount of screen space, you increase the in-game resolution, you can see more and more items in each quadrant of the screen. But I think it's pretty clean to just have like one quadrant of items, which we almost do. And of course you can make this build even stronger if you go with stuff like Frost Relic or Charge Field Generator, or tons of barbed wire that makes going through your hitbox deal damage. But it's pretty fun when you got the big mob and you can just hop on their heads all the way across. Very satisfying. There's not much they can do about it. All things considered. But again, you do have to be careful, because if you jump too high, you'll do a spin slash in naked air. And if you do a spin slash in naked air, it doesn't hit a monster, and if it doesn't hit a monster, the Wicked Ring cannot proc. So you want to make sure you actually have the ability up before you go to use it, otherwise you'll take a big hit. But hey, that's what we got all these Guardian Hearts for. We're also at the point in the run now where command is just obnoxious. Like, having command at this point and having to purposely pick out every single item just becomes a chore. So command I really like for like concept runs like this, when I have a very particular build in mind that I want to try. But when it comes to actual breaking runs, oh, you know what? We do need to look for a tier. Oh, you know, we'll try to find a tier 2. You know what? No, we've already broken the rule. We've already invalidated the run. We'll get our verticality like this. Let's take a photon jetpack. Photon jetpack will do the trick. That'll get me in and around the contact light more easily. You know, I'm gonna take fireworks too. This is a dead end, though. Can't do anything in this area. So one of the reasons I like Mercenary is because you can do, like, funky concept builds like this. Some characters don't lend themselves well to that. Like, Huntress is one I don't think really works well for just, like, neat concept builds. Because pretty much all her builds just devolve into fire lots and lots of arrows really, really quickly. Like, that's really the only trick she has. There's not a lot of space to play around with Huntress as far as exploring neat item combinations that make her more fun. It's like everything she can do, it just makes her fire more arrows more quickly. Sniper's kind of like that too, another one of my favorite classes. In that he doesn't respond real well to concept builds. We're going to go on to the contact light now. The whole class is built around that one big shot he can take. And that one big shot is really good and really satisfying. Let's see if there's a key card over here. There's not. We might not get any key cards. We might just be going for it. Oh, okay. I still can't get up there. Well, alright then. Here's what we'll do. Yeah, I should have taken the Hopo Feather and maybe a jetpack. I don't know, can I make that? Not real sure. Let's get some more. Oh, here's a key card. I'll take this. Take more photon jetpack. See if that gets me up and out. Because it looked like it was real close. So it was real close, but still no cigar. Well, at this point, I think the door's open. Got a gold box up there that we're not really interested in. Interested in this. Oh, I was lower than I thought. I thought it was up near the top floor. I was not. Let's get the blast doors opening up. There's another drone that I can have. Another drone that I guess we're picking up these drones. Let's go get the Gauss cannon. So we can shoot Providence right in his stupid face. Another drone. No shortage of drones then. And more key cards. I guess we will also take the first aid kit. You never know when I'll take a big hit in the Providence fight and just need a first aid kit. Get these second blast doors opening first. Be a second here before I can afford this next drone. There it is. By the time I get this first aid kit and get home, Providence should be ready to tango. So, you know, just a little insurance policy. We don't really need that for anything. And in we go. Come on in, guys. Time to kill Providence. Alright, so we're going to get up here, wait for Providence to teleport to us. Look at all these drones I got. Now we're going to come down here. I guess we'll fire off some missiles. And this is the whole strat. This is it. Just spin slash until we're up out of his range, and then we massacre him on the way down. And we get out of the way when he does the purplies like this. Because purplies are no good for anybody. Also got the drones doing some work here, which is beautiful. Alright, worms. Prepare to get ridden. Neither of you have a saddle, but both of you will have a rider. Awesome. Oh, whoa, you're not dead. Now you're dead. Drones got you. Oh, one of my drones is dead. I'll be able to revive this drone here after these, if I get the money for these temple guards. Okay, there we go. Blighted Providence, eh? Well, you know what they say. Blighted Providence dies to the exact same moves as regular Providence. It's in the Bible, you can check that. I think Job said it. Job or Abraham Lincoln. I haven't read the Bible in a while. I think we'll use the last money when we get out of here to take this drone with us. We leave no drones behind. press LB to leave the planet. And that brings us to the end of a nice, leisurely mercenary run. And so he left, never to become human again. Human Again is the name of a song that they added to the Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast, that when they eventually went back and did a theatrical re-release of the original animated film, they animated a new sequence for the song Human Again. And so if Human Again is in the only version of Beauty and the Beast that you know of, well, you were not born in the 1990s, I can tell you that much. I have seen all of those productions of Beauty and the Beast, and I enjoyed them all. And it's one of my favorite songs from the film, actually. I like that song a lot. It's goofy and levity at a point in the movie where they kind of need that. And also, I don't know why I'm talking about Beauty and the Beast while in the middle of Risk of Rain. It's not the middle of Risk of Rain anymore. It's the end of Risk of Rain. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next series. Shoutouts to Kefka Floyd for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.